DPI LLC is here to help you understand how do you create goals in the midst of everything becoming a priority. It is the beginning of the year. Happy New Year. And many of us are wondering, gosh, it's a new year. I have new ideas, new goals. How do I implement those? Well, let's just take it back to the basics. During this video, we're going to really talk about how do you set those goals that are necessary in your business for you to be able to have successes by the time you get to December 31st, 2024. Take it back to the basics. I want you to think about what is your why? What is the vision for what it is, the dream that you had that you started your business? Or maybe even if you are someone who is sitting, working for someone else in your job, what is your vision for yourself? And then I want you to think about how are you going to get there? Imagine that you're taking a long trip and you know where your destination is. That is your vision. You know where you want to go. It is the how, the mission of how you are going to get there. Maybe you'll take route A, maybe you'll take route B along the way. You'll have some twists and turns, some detours, but that is truly what your mission statement is all about, how you achieve whatever the vision is for your company. And then you want to think about your core values. Now, it shouldn't be more than 5 to 7 core values, but these are really the promises that you are making to your customers, your clients, your suppliers, your internal team. I want you to think about what is it that you want to promise? What is the guarantee that you always want to deliver that's going to make you different in the marketplace? So, for someone, it could be client confidentiality. That when someone works with DPI, one of our values is client confidentiality. They don't have to worry about us being on social media unless they've given us approval to talk about them being our client. The other fourth thing is to think about just a core focus. What are the problem that you're solving in the marketplace? This is incredibly important because most marketplaces at this point are very, very saturated. So what is the unique promise that you are going to be able to solve? For instance, for DPI, we have a vertical in our business for our entrepreneurs and also for companies in regards to leadership development programs. So as you get back to the basics, it's the starting point of deciding how phenomenal 2024 will be for you. Number one, what is your vision statement? Where is it that you want to go? Number two, your mission statement. Define how are you going to get there? Number three, your core values. These are your promises to your clients. And then number four, your core focus. It is the problem that you are solving in the marketplace. One thing that we like to say here at DPI, which is truly a core focus of ours, is to help our business owners discover the tools to accelerate success. That's it. That is the problem that we solve in the marketplace. How do you accelerate success in your business? After you've done that, you've got this general overview, you've gone back to the why. And I really suggest that you sit somewhere quiet outside of your office. In your office, your phone's going to ring, an email's going to come through, a notification on your phone, and it is going to distract you. And it might take you 15 minutes to get back to that train of thought that you had. So sit in a quiet place and get ready to do some of these exercises. I want you to think about what were some of the wins that you had in 2023. And you might think this was not the year that I wanted to have, but I've got to tell you, each of you, listen, if you are listening to this, you had wins in your business in 2023. Maybe it was personal or professional. Listen, if you set out to run a half marathon and you did that, that's a win. They could be large, it could be small. If you wanted to sell your products at a farmer's market and you achieve that, that is a win. You have a new point of distribution in your business. So I really want you to think about what are some of the wins. And here are just some categories. Obviously, I talked about personal and then obviously professional. Did you make that revenue goal? Did you add some new clients? I want you to think about new habits that you might have had where you close your business down at 5 p.m. so that you could be ever present with your family in the evenings, or you were able to take a trip every quarter if that was something that you promised. So what were some of the new habits? You got up, you made a point of having, saying positive affirmations, or maybe there was a financial goal that you achieved, and it doesn't just have to be about a sales goal, right? Maybe you were able to expand your social media followers, you got new, people on LinkedIn to follow you. All of those are steps and activities to really celebrate as milestones in your business. And think about your relationships where there's some strategic partnerships and people are referring business into you that you were able to create. Maybe it was a conference that you went to that was a game changer for you. There's a lot of wins. Trust me, there is something that you can celebrate about 2023. Here are some other ideas. Think about what percent of new clients you had. That's so important. If you're going to access funding, they're going to want to make sure that the money that you are receiving and the revenue that you're generating, if you're growing, you can have all the profitable business that you want. But if you aren't bringing in new clients, which is a sure sign that a business is healthily growing, it's going to be a problem. So maybe that's something that you want to focus on as you think about 2024. Maybe you cut some expenses. Maybe you decided, all right, we don't need to be in the office anymore. You went totally remote and you were able to kind of cut down on some of that overhead. Maybe you invested in new systems, new automation to make the customer service experience more pleasurable. Maybe there was a new product launch, a new service that you launched. Or maybe it was what your closing ratio or the amount of clients that you were able to retain. There are a lot of different metrics that you can use to say, hey, these are some of the wins, but also some of the opportunities that I have in my business. It's important for you to think about not only your wins, but also what are some opportunities. Maybe we weren't able to um, do the follow-up that we needed to service our client base, or maybe we didn't convert at high a level as we wanted to. So think about your vision, your mission, your core values, your core focus. What are some of the wins in your business, and then what are some of the opportunities? Once you start to do that, you'll start to see patterns that are either things that you want to amplify as you go into 2024, or maybe things that, you know what, you realize they just didn't work. You invested money there and it wasn't working for you. You need to shut off a subscription or whatever the case might be. You are going to be set up to be able to start making those SMART goals, ones that are specific, they are measurable, they are attainable, they are realistic. So if you, did $300,000 in 2023, and then you say, oh, in 2024, I'm going to do $1 million. Well, is that really a realistic goal that you'll be able to have in your business? If you haven't started day one with having new teams or new infrastructure to support $1 million business. So it needs to be realistic and also time-based. What is the timeline that you're going to give for each of your goals? I want to give you an example. Sometimes a very generic goal that someone will put is, I want to lose weight. Okay, that's a generic goal. Or I want to grow my business. Okay, that's great. But what does that actually mean? You want to be able to specifically say, I want to increase my sales by $10,000 a month every quarter, by the end of first quarter. That is specific. It is measurable. You'll be able to see your starting point and your ending point. It's attainable. It's realistic. And then it also is time-based. You said by the end of first quarter. You also said that you wanted to add $10,000 every month. So every month you are able to see how many additional dollars of revenue you put into your business. And then you can start adding the actions that will support you bringing on those additional sales. It might be introducing a new product. It might be bringing on 10 new clients. You can really start adding your action items. I hope that this was helpful. It can be very hard to prioritize when, as a business owner, everything seems to be a priority. DPI LLC is always here to help. You can visit our website at dpi2.com, where you can schedule a complimentary consultation where we will give you the opportunity to see if we are the right fit for you. Be well.